What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Patriots Nation, we back. I'm back with another video. Today, I want to talk about free agency. This is actually my first video actually talking free agency, guys. I mean, I was going to do a video with like the first couple signings, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be editing all day. This would have just been, so I was like, you know what? Let me just wait out after like maybe a few days, maybe 2-3 days. And then, finally talk about, the Patriots free agency. So I'm just going to kind of just jump right into it, guys. A lot of us are trying to get excited. This is a new era for the Patriots. I mean, I'm hoping to see some of you guys at the home opener. Like, I'm really hoping to see some of you guys at Gillette Stadium this year. But again, we're trying to get it amped up, man. I know a lot of us was excited at first when you look at free agency, like the first day. Elliot Wolf, man, he's cooking. He's releasing Devontae Parker, signing Josh Uche, Alfred Jennings. Guys like that, we feeling pretty good. We making some, some key signings, and, Elliot, he cooking, he chefing a little bit, a lot of us is like, okay. And then we like, all right, we could get Calvin Ridley, we back, Patriots, we back in it. And, it was looking good, man. Day one, it was looking good for Elliot, but it's looking a little bit slow right now, but a lot of us is disappointed. I know a lot of Pats fans definitely wanted Calvin Ridley, but the higher bid went to Tennessee. Tennessee, a $92 million contract, guys. From what I know, the Patriots the offer was about $20 million per year to Calvin Ridley. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. I don't know what the final straw was, but it looks like the higher bid went to Tennessee. And yeah, disappointing, guys. I mean, I just like the fact that the Patriots attempted to go after him, and decided to give him big bucks. Because when you look at Bill Belichick was probably wouldn't even attempted to even try to even go after him. But I like the idea that the Patriots was aggressive to go after Calvin Ridley. And a lot of us is still starstruck because there's no more receivers, guys. There's no one else, man. T. Higgins, that's, I know he requested a trade from the Bengals. I mean, maybe we can give up a second-round pick for him. I mean, that's remaining to be seen. Maybe something like that could happen, but it's looking slow, man, for the Patriots when it comes to receivers. But I want to jump right into it. Today, I want to just talk about the signings we made, and I kind of give you guys my perspective. I'll just kind of just talk about every individual. This is my first time doing a video like this, so just work with me, guys. I just got a list. This is, nothing in particular, but Nathan Rooker, we re-signed that quarterback. He was our third string last year. It looks like we re-signed him again. Maybe Gerard Mayo, Alex, Elliot Wolf, they seen something in them to bring him back. So we'll see like how that goes in training camp. Corner Alex Austin, that's a really exciting corner. A lot of Patriots like, he's a promising corner. I will say that, the Patriots should go after Stephon Gilmore, even if it's like a 1 year, $8 million, deal. I do think that bringing in, Stephon Gilmore, I think could really help elevate this defense when it comes to, DBs. He's a really intelligent player, and I know he's going to help, guys that are playing DBs. He's going to do everything he can. I'm looking at the offensive line, guys. I like the signing from the guy we got from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to attempt to say his name, guys. Okafor, big guy. From what I know, he had a situation with the Steelers where I think he was like bad mouthing the team and stuff, and I think he ended up like getting released or something like that. There was some story with his falling out with the Steelers, but I do think he's in a new situation, and I just think this offensive line, this Patriots offensive line needs structure, guys. So I believe he's a right tackle. So I believe he's a right tackle. And again, the Patriots just needs depth at the line. Overall, we just need depth. And it just makes me think that maybe in the third round, the Patriots has to go O-line, guys. We have to get a tackle. We have to get a guard. We have to get something because, Drake May or whoever quarterback is going to be under center is going to be under distress, guys. Like, we have a lot of building to do. But next guy, Hunter Henry, a tight end that a lot of us was excited about. I mean, he was probably the best tight end on the market, and it made just all the world in a sense to grab him. And I have his contract right here. We signed him for 3 years, worth to $27 million, $15.8 million in guaranteed. From what we know, Hunter Henry was a vocal leader on this offense, on this team. A lot of guys respect him. Him being a vertical tight end, a guy that can block, pretty much a player that's willing to do anything to win. I mean, that's just his mentality. I like, Hunter Henry from all the things he's done so far in New England with the touchdowns, with the connections with Mac Jones. I feel like Mac Jones' only connection, his best connection probably had to be Hunter Henry through those like past 3 years. But I do like Hunter Henry. I do like that signing. Kendrick Bourne, we brought him back. A lot of people is still skeptical. I mean, him coming back from an ACL injury, and when you look at his stats, he hasn't hit 1,000 yards receiving throughout his career. But some may argue if he didn't tear his ACL, he would have gotten close to maybe 900 yards. But I do like the signing of Kendrick Bourne. I do think he is explosive. He can fit, and I know he's going to fit what the Patriots are going to do on offense with, I know Alex, he has a lot of schemes drawn up where he wants to let these guys fly. He wants these guys to be on vertical plays. And, Kendrick Bourne is a guy that you can implement him in any kind of offense, and he can run any kind of route. I do like Kendrick Bourne, and the deal, I believe, was 3 years. That was like a $30 million contract, but I think it was like 19.5 guaranteed for that. But I do like the signing of Kendrick Bourne, though. I think a lot of us was kind of like, maybe we should just like moved on from him and kind of start fresh. But I do like Kendrick Bourne. He's, he can be a number 2, and then maybe a number 3 on a couple teams. He's not an X receiver, but he can bring a lot to the table. And I liked, the season he had with the Patriots. Next guy, Antonio Gibson. Probably my favorite signing because I actually predicted the Patriots to go after him, and I love the signing just because of what he can do in the backfield as a receiving back. I mean, this guy can fly up the field. I mean, there were plays last year with Ezekiel Elliott when you see those screen plays, look, those little dip dunk kind of plays where Zeke could have ran off for 20 extra yards, 30 extra yards, but he'll get tripped up and stuff. But this guy, he has speed, like lightning speed. Like if he finds any kind of seam, he's going to go up the field and he's going to go for, 30, 40-yard runs. I mean, he has that much agility, that much explosiveness. But I do like the signing of Antonio Gibson. Michael Winnow, that was a nice contract, $57 million for 3 years, $38 million guaranteed. I mean, that was the obvious signing. I think, that was the main priority, outside of, Kyler Duggar. Well, I mean, Winnow, he was the number 1 signing we definitely had to bring back. I'm glad we brought him back. Jacoby Brissett, bridge quarterback. I like Brissett. I mean, a lot of Patriot fans are like, why did we sign him? I'm like, guys, he's in a situation where he's going to know the offense the best out of any other free agency, whether you want to throw in Ryan Tannehill and guys like that. I think Brissett coming into this team and this offense, I think it makes the most sense. Him, previously playing for New England and just, looking at Brissett, the kind of guy he is, obviously a guy that's not going to want the most money. I mean, we signed him to a 1-year, $8 million contract, which is pretty good. But he's a guy that's not in it for the money. He's not in to be the starter. And like he's actually in for, the development. If we get Drake May, the Patriots decide to draft him with the 3rd overall pick, in my opinion, he's going to need a lot of guidance, a lot of mentoring. And for some people are saying Jacoby Brissett might even start, may start a few games. But I think he's in the right situation because he did play with Alex in Cleveland. He's going to know the playbook. And again, Brissett is a guy where he's thrown more touchdowns than interceptions. He's definitely won more games than lost games. So he's pretty solid, guys. Pretty solid. We signed a linebacker from the Browns, Kataki. Ty Kataki. I might have said his name wrong, guys. I promise I'm gonna get new with the faces, but that's my attempt. From what I know, he was a linebacker for the Browns, a guy that can read and play coverage. This is a guy that can pass rush, but also be a guy that can drop back and cover under the flat, cover running backs. So I know he's gonna be a really good piece for New England guys. Definitely, Dejik Wise, we're going to miss him, but he should make up for that. Michael Winnow, Jalen Reagor, that's a question mark, guys. I'm just like, why did we sign Jalen Reagor? Ugh. I mean, he's good. He has speed, but is he really a threat down the field? He made some plays this year, man. I know he had a good game against the Bills, and he had the kickoff return, and he had like that nice 40-yard catch. But I guess there's something that Alex and Gerard Mel and Elliot, they must see something in them. But I don't know, man. But the contract ain't bad. You know, it was like 1 year, I think like $5 million or something like that. Not a bad contract. Josh Uche, we signed him to 1 year. I like that signing. Definitely a guy that, you know, he didn't get a lot of sacks last year as many thought he would be. More of a sack kind of guy. You know, a guy that's, you know, that can get to the quarterback. But, you know, he didn't put up those numbers. And I still think he's a good draft pick. I don't think that, you know, I think that Bill Belichick, you know, selected him. And it was a good, you know, draft pick. But with 1 year, guys, I do think that, I think it's 1 year, $3 million. But Josh Uche, I know he's going to want that extension. I know he's going to play hard. I know he's going to really go after them sacks to really get that big contract. So that's why I feel like he's going to really come into his own this upcoming season. And that's just one thing I'm excited about, guys, is the defense. And we did sign, we re-signed linebacker Christian Ellis, Austin Hooper, a really good sign-in. You know, a vertical receiver, a tight end that can block as well. We could put him in a lot of schemes. He could be a double set tight end with Hunter Henry. I mean, there's a lot of good things about Austin Hooper that I like. And again, he has speed. He's athletic. You know, he could definitely help in, you know, in the run game with the blocking. So another good sign in. Matter of fact, let me see Austin Hooper. Let me see that Hooper contract. Let me just see that contract real quick. And he signed a 1 year up to 4.25 mil. All right, so $4 million. All right, so that's not bad. And even when you look at the money, and then linebacker Alfred Jennings, another guy that you know, made a lot of good plays on defense last year. A guy that could put pressure on the quarterback. You know, I think he's gonna come into his own next year. And again, the one thing that I can really say is I really like this Patriots defense. I really like the signings. I think this Patriots defense is gonna be better than last year. And the only thing, guys, is just to kind of wrap up this video is I'm not sold, guys. I'm not sold on this offense. If Drake May, if we're thinking about drafting him, is this the roster that we're looking at? Because I still think we need to fix the offensive line. I still think we can add another tight end and another running back. But again, receiving is the biggest part right now. And I don't know if the Patriots can really sign. Again, all the good receivers are signed, or, you know, they stuck with their team, or they franchise tagged or something. But there's just no one available right now. And there's no one that we can, you know, there's really no big-time receiver, guys. But I would really hope that at least the Patriots can go after Tyler Boyd, DeAndre Hopkins, Josh Reynolds, I keep telling people about. So, I mean, there's still some guys out there that we may sign to like a 3-year, you know, $30 million contract. Something we gave to Juju Smith. Something we gave to Jacoby Meyer. Like, we offer, you know, those kind of offers. So, again, guys, I'm not sold, man. I do think that the Patriots needs to, you know, we need more depth at the offensive end, because if we're looking at drafting Drake May, this is not looking too good. Again, I'm gonna be patient. A lot of us are gonna be patient, but the way things is looking, again, man, Elliot was cooking for a little bit, man, but he gonna have to make some more moves, especially at receiver. So the draft is the biggest thing, guys. That's the one thing that we have to look forward to. So it makes sense, guys. We're gonna have to go, you know, quarterback with the first overall, with the third pick. In the second round, we're gonna have to go receiver. We got to go receiver. And then it's like we need an offensive line too. We need a tackle. We need a right tackle, left tackle. Like, we need depth. So I just don't know, man. I don't know about the Patriots. It's not looking. It's not look. We're like, I don't know how I feel right now, man. Like, I would say we're like a C+ or a B-. That's the grade I'll probably give the Patriots, just because the signings that we did sign are key signings. Like, it's actually signings we need, you know. So, you know, like Jacoby Brissett, like, huge signing right there. And then Michael Winnow, huge signing. Hunter Henry, huge signing for us. So those are probably the 3 signings that I would say really is, you know, A+. But with that being said, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. For you Patriot fans, drop a comment down below. How do you guys feel about free agency so far? Follow me on Twitter. I love interacting with you guys. I'll see you guys until next time. Have a good day, and God bless.